What if everything you believe about Marc Marquez's future in MotoGP is about to collapse in front of your eyes? What if Aprilia already holds the key to rewriting the championship hierarchy for 2026, and the plan quietly revolves around Jorge Martin? What if the VR46 team is no longer satisfied with being a supporting cast and is secretly preparing to become a satellite powerhouse in 2027? And what if the laughter of Davide Tardozzi is not humor, but a message to the entire paddock that Ducati is far from finished playing its strongest cards? Before you read any further, if you love MotoGP drama, insider tension, championship intrigue, and the hidden politics of racing, make sure you stay until the end. And don't forget to comment your thoughts, like this story, and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes revelations. Because this season is not just racing, it is war. The 2026 MotoGP season is being shaped right now, not on the asphalt, but in boardrooms, private motorhomes, late-night phone calls, and whispers between factory walls. And at the center of this storm stands Marc Marquez, the man who once seemed untouchable. Now facing a reality no one expected, he is being challenged not by a single rival, but by an entire movement. Inside the Aprilia camp, a quiet but burning conviction has formed. They do not believe Marc Marquez is invincible anymore. They believe the future of MotoGP belongs to them. And they believe Jorge Martin is the weapon that will deliver it. After the most intense internal review in Aprilia Racing's history, the leadership delivered a clear and emotional message to Jorge Martin. This is no longer about speed alone. This is about leadership, loyalty, and legacy. They asked him to do something no rider of his status is usually asked to do. They asked him to commit his future, his image, and his championship ambition to Aprilia's long-term revolution. Not just to ride, but to become the face of the project that will dethrone Ducati and overshadow the shadow of Marc Marquez himself. Those inside the factory say the meeting was not technical. It was personal. It was about belief. It was about sacrifice. Aprilia wants Martin to stay, to resist the pull of other manufacturers, to become the foundation of their 2026 title assault. They believe his riding style, his aggression, his precision, and his hunger are exactly what will break the psychological dominance that Marc Marquez has carried for more than a decade. At the same time, the paddock is shaking with a rumor so explosive that even team principals hesitate to speak its name. VR46 joining MotoGP as a full satellite partner in 2027. The idea alone is enough to disturb the power balance of the sport. Valentino Rossi's empire expanding its reach, gaining technical independence, and possibly reshaping Ducati's political ecosystem would mark the biggest shift since the hybrid era began. And finally, the CEO of Aprilia Racing broke the silence. In a calm but unmistakably sharp tone, he addressed the speculation head-on. He did not deny the conversations. He did not confirm the deal. Instead, he made something far more powerful clear. The sport is entering a new era, where manufacturer alliances will decide championships as much as riders do. He acknowledged that VR46's ambition is real, that their desire to evolve from loyal satellite to independent force is no secret, and that any manufacturer ignoring that ambition would be committing strategic suicide. For Aprilia, this is both a threat and an opportunity. A stronger VR46 could fragment Ducati's dominance. It could force riders, sponsors, and engineers to reconsider where real power lies. It could open the door for Aprilia to strike when their rivals are distracted by internal realignment. And then came the most unexpected moment of all. When Davide Tardozzi, Ducati's battle-hardened team manager, was asked about the rumor that he might be pushed out before MotoGP 2026, he laughed. Not nervously, not defensively. He laughed the way a general laughs when soldiers whisper about defeat before the war has even begun. That laugh echoed through the paddock. To many, it sounded like confidence. To others, it sounded like warning. Tardozzi's reaction sent a message. Ducati is not fracturing, it is recalibrating. The internal pressure, the competition between riders, the growing political games around satellite teams, this is not chaos. This is evolution. Ducati has built its empire by surviving storms far worse than rumors. Yet beneath the laughter, the tension is undeniable. Because for the first time in years, Ducati does not control the narrative alone. Aprilia is writing its own script. Jorge Martin stands at the crossroads of destiny. VR46 is sharpening its ambitions. And Marc Marquez is no longer the uncontested king. The psychological battle for 2026 has already begun. Riders feel it. Engineers feel it. Sponsors feel it. Fans feel it. Marc Marquez senses it too. Every garage now whispers the same question. Is the era of Marquez dominance ending? Not with a crash, not with an injury, but with a calculated corporate revolution led by Aprilia and powered by Jorge Martin. As the lights fade on the current season, the future is taking shape in shadows, deals, and decisions that will define MotoGP for the next decade. And when the engines roar in 2026, what unfolds on track will not simply be racing.